Okay, I have to sit there and say this, but this regiment here is a little non-lore accurate. There's men and women. There have been rarely, and there are very rare cases where guard regiments would have men and women at the same time in it. Of course, you have exceptions like the Valhalla 597, but that like a handful of others, there's like barely any mixed gendered regiments. I'm not sure which regiment Acadian regiment this is supposed to be, but he's like, this bugs me. This upsets me greatly. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh god. Time to do my job. I'll grab that. I don't know if it's just me, I kind of feel like we should have more bugs being thrown at us. Definitely, more from different directions too. Because, Tyranids, they don't just come from one direction, just try to, funnel into, one area. They sit there and try to swarm you from all over the place. Most of my knowledge based on Tyranids is from the Caiaphas Cain books, so, That's also how I know about the whole thing with, mixed gendered regiments, because Amberley Vale even sits there and talks about how it's, very rare that there are, that they, put men and women in the same regiment. And with, the Valhalla 597's case, it was mostly due to the fact that, Tyranids pretty much ate more than half of each of two different regiments, so they had to kind of glue them together to sit there and try to make a somewhat of a full strength regiment. In the first Caiaphas Cain book, both regiments are kind of feuding. and they're sitting there like fighting in the mess hall, and we're not talking about like, oh, it's just a little fisticuffs. Like people got killed in the fight. It was kind of funny because Caiaphas, and if you don't know who Caiaphas Cain is, he's a commissar that seems to have thicker plot armor than Cato Sicarius himself. But he sits there and talks about how he's like after he like gets everyone under control, he sits there and it's like, I've seen coordinate berserkers with more sense. And it's like the fact that it was, that bad, and Kane has actually like 1v1 like coordinate Space Marines and everything and come out on top. He speaks from, experience. He's not talking out of his butt. As much as Kane would rather prefer him to be talking out of his butt rather than have actually gone through a lot of that stuff. Let them come. So I apparently know what was the issue the last time I tried to get Space Marine to work the other day. It wasn't its interactions with OBS. The reason why I kept freezing and acting like that was because I had it on a external SSD hard drive, and apparently it wasn't good enough for it to run Space Marine. So I sat there and I put it on my actual internal SSD, and now things are fine. Okay, I thought I saw something about Zoetrope, and I proceeded to get a little worried. I do not see a Zoetrope. I saw Lictor. But I do not see any Zoetropes. Oh no, spores. Spores are the worst, I freaking swear. Get over here. Oh, hello, I didn't realize you were down here. There's the Zoetrope. Are we ready? Are we ready? Where shall the bugs come from? Oh god, there's a barricade. That's a big no-no. Gosh darn it, man. Stop it with the spores. So annoying. I kind of really hope moving forward they focus more on the Tyranids when it comes to the Horde mode, because I feel like the Horde mode just fits the Tyranids better. If they do decide to add a new enemy, I think it would also fit if they added things like orcs too. It's just like, you know, a Horde mode doesn't fit Chaos unless it's like maybe Khorne. Because I think even like tabletop, I think Khorne might be considered a Horde army. I'm not sure. I don't pay attention to Chaos. I know from somebody I've talked to though, they have made the World Eaters a Horde army, which that just doesn't make sense. I mean, yes, granted, they're berserkers, but it's like saying the Blood Angels are a Horde army then. Now, if Khorne in general was, you know, Horde, which it might, I'm not sure. You know, that'd be one thing. But the World Eaters, like I said, they're berserkers. They've always been berserkers. They aren't exactly like, kind of like how Perturabo or some of these other guys were they kind of like through, or you know, what they call the Space Wolves, where they sat there and like threw their people at the problem until, you know, went away. The World Eaters, before they turned, I don't know too much about what they were doing after, but you know, they didn't just throw themselves at the enemy. Well, not throw themselves, but like, you know, Angron's wasn't just like, oh, let's drown them in bodies. They literally just like cut through everybody. They were just very brutal in their tactics. You know, Angron. See, this is a fight I really want to see. Is Angron versus Godric Gurnison. They're both like, you know, tornadoes of nothing but meat and carnage. It would be an interesting fight. No, the battle part, right? That is a pitiful amount of XP. That wasn't even worth it. I'm giving serious consideration to doing like a Kato Sicarius look just for the memes. Because I Kato Sicarius. You dare interrupt I, Kato Sicarius. That's an interesting look how White Scars look. Jagatai-kun. I actually really like Jagatai. Oh, that looks amazing. Bro, that's sick. Gotta get the Blood Angels pack. I actually like the Blood Angels. Sanguinius is one of my favorite Primarchs. Oh. Yeah, but I like that better. However... I wonder. I need more things about Ferrus Manos. I actually thought I'm looking into the books. Well, Horus Heresy stuff. There might be some interesting stuff about Ferrus Manos. There we go. Okay, to complete the World Eater look, we need to put that on. Where is it? World Eater. I love my World Eaters. Okay, no, we're going to do that with we're going to actually do that with the Elder Pauldron. Red armor. See, I like the World Eaters pre-Heresy, but after the Heresy and I just don't care. There we go, World Eater, boom. See, and I wish they had this for the other Pauldron. And not the Chaos one, because the Chaos one's stupid. And this is, my Deus Gladius colors. For my custom Space Marine Legion. It's supposed to be a chapter? No, mine's a Legion. See, I want to join one, but I want to be the host. They need to make an option where you just host one. Unless there's like a special way that I don't know about. want to do hard anyway. Let's see how this goes. Hello, brothers. Today is another glorious day in the Imperium of Man. What the? Oh, we're starting up a chaos. Get cost 10. Death cost 10. We shall drive the heretics back. See, I'm also a big fan of the 1,000 subs. Pre-Heresy. After the Heresy, they became lame and gay. Magnus, you disappoint me. You've fallen. Magnus, you're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I cannot follow. However, you know, turning Fenris into a nice big ball of glass, you know, based. Ooh. Whoop. Okay. Okay. A mini Magnus. Me. Oh, bro, will they leave me alone? Open up the dustbin. We got to change the bag in the vacuum cleaner.
A good start. Refresh your gear before battle resumes. The moment to rearm is all we need. Supply drop. Ammunition cache here.
Ooh, Dark Angels.
Enemy forces incoming.
Where'd they coming from? Oh, right here. Die, dustbin. As much as I led the Thousand Sons, and as much as I agreed that Magnus did nothing wrong, I do not support the decision to join the lying douchebag. Also, who all do you think would sit there and win in a misinformation contest? Zinj or the Deceiver Shard? My money's on the Deceiver. I think the Deceiver would give Zinj the wrong address. I like to think that because it's funny to me. Nope. He's mine. I'm gonna shove this staff up her butt. Bro, they need to add Terminators into here as a class. Oh, that guy we like.
Fresh munitions.
I need stems.
Stims in hand. We have detected enemy reinforcements. We shall not falter, Captain.
Anything else coming through this godforsaken portal? Ooh! Ooh! If you ever wonder why these things at Chaos shimmer like that, it's because they do not belong in the material. Even something that used to be part of the Materium, or had its origins in the Materium, like the Thousand Sun Space Marines. The reason they act like that is because they've been so corrupted by the warp that they are more warp stuff than they are, actually more based in the real world. The Materium. I'm dead. Rip. Ew, man.
Enhanced tactic ready.
I am alive. I'm alive. I don't think we're gonna make it, boss.
Brothers, your targets have arrived. The Imperium stands strong.
Just headbutts it.
External blast cannons are powered down. Engage the system to recharge them.
But I'm going down. Ooh, I hate this. We're gonna fast forward this one. Of course, it's Armor Core 5. Oh well. GG. Okay, I'm tired. I'll see you guys later.